My name is Francis Essien, popularly known as Walu. I'm the chairman of Odoy3f3w Masqueraders Club. We are situated in Sekondi, Bekechi to be precise. Odoy3f3w, we started this movement 3 years ago, 1st of May 2019. That is when we officially launched the club. And it's basically made up of energetic youth, supported by old people of intellect, as in noble people in Bekechi, our community. And previously, we used to attend various clubs outside our community, as in some of us have to travel far to Takoradi to join other clubs in Takoradi. So we thought it's important. We thought about it that it's important we create a club in the community, so that we don't have to travel afar to other places to join other masquerading clubs.
Okay, so what was the vision of the club?
The vision is to bring the youth under one umbrella and impact them positively in terms of their societal well-being, their personal well-being, and to encourage them to attain higher heights in education.
Now we can say you're 3 years old.
Yes, please.
I see. Tell us about your experience in the whole space, or when it comes to the masquerading business. How has the experience been?
I think it's a kind of mixed feeling. It's a wonderful experience, but things has not been easy as it is. Now if you are to sew attire, as in the costume, for approximately, let's say, 500 people, you need a little over 60,000 Ghana cedis, that is also 600 million cedis, to be able to, take care of the costume or the materials needed for the production of the costume. And aside that, there are other expenses that also goes into the whole activity. So financially, it is not easy. And in this time, as in our current time, that prices are escalating day by day, it even makes it more difficult for us. But one thing that always propels us to continue with this movement or this tradition is that we've grown to love it, and the fulfillment that we get is to see the excitement on the faces of our members, and I think like they always say, our blessings are in heaven, but for us, for we to be able to impact the younger ones, I think it's enough for us to impact them, make sure that they pursue whatever dreams that they are able to pursue. Because like I mentioned, our club is made up of very young people. And for young people to come up together to set up something like this is not easy. So determination has been an anchor. And we are always trying to teach the younger ones that once they have a vision or a goal or an objective and they work hard to it, they can attain it. And so for we as Odoy3f3w, we know that this journey is not going to be a bed of roses, but we'll keep striving harder and harder to make sure we attain our ultimate objective.
I see. Talking about impact, how are your members benefiting? I know 3 years is not so much. You just came to the game. So if there is any way which your members are benefiting, you can share with us. If you're also planning something, you can share with us.
You see, the thing is that what we are doing is not a means to an end, but rather an end to a means. If I say that, I mean that we, like I rightly mentioned, or as I aforementioned, this is an umbrella to bring the youth together. And once we are able to bring them together, then we impact positively on their lives. And as you mentioned, you asked, we have selected members that we support every year. and the criteria for selecting them is based on academics. So every year we have patrons who support the club, and we present these selected, members to them. That we have a member from one of our branches. They are brilliant but needy students, and we want the patrons to support them. And so this is what we've been doing. And see, there are instances where you will get a call from the parents of our members that, Kojo for some time now has not been performing well in school. It's because he or she is like, Kojo, he is playing too much, and so we want you to talk to him. And you see, these younger ones, or these children, once they have it in mind that they are not going to get their costume, it's a whole big issue or problem for them. So we approach them and we talk to them that, Kojo, if you don't learn hard in school this year, you are not going to get your costume. And that one is even enough for them to make sure that they are always with their books and they learn hard to become, greater people in the community and in the country as large.
How do you see the future of masquerade in the region? Is there any way you would want it to go? Is there any way you're looking at in terms of,
I think it's getting better time, as time continues to, go on. The thing is that previously, people think that masquerading was for, excuse me to say, illiterates or vagabonds. You understand? And so it was very difficult for some parents to even allow their wards or their children to join, the masquerade clubs. But now the narrative has changed. Now we have lawyers joining, we have doctors, we have nurses, we have every profession, participating in the movement. And I think there's been tremendous improvement on that tangent. And I am optimistic that it will even get better and better as time, enroll.
As a young club, you've equally seen organizers of these events, how things are done. I know some of the clubs have their own reservation with regards to how the events are organized. Do you feel you have been shortchanged at any point in time? Are you part of any of the either media house or event houses that organize these festivals?
I wouldn't say we are shortchanged, because every club wants to be part of the federation, that is the body that manages all the various anchors clubs in the metropolis. But there is a duration limitation that you need to be 5 years and above to be eligible to join the fraternity. And those who are part of the association are given the opportunity to participate in the biggest carnival in the metropolis. And so that is where I think we have a limitation, because all of us, and for us, Odoy3f3w, would want to be, part of the carnival, for us to showcase what we also have to the people of Sekondi Takoradi. But aside that, I think there are other media houses that also, organize similar events, and we have gotten the opportunity to participate in, their events. So I think we know the rules of the game, and
okay.
So we don't see it to be, a challenge or a kind of limitation for us.
How is accountability in your club? Because we also know some clubs where we can't talk about transparency. Some feel like, I mean, I count Mobia. I mean, so when we, with regards to Odoy3f3w,
we have
how do things work at your
an
end?
executive body, and I think quarterly, half a year, and annually we run reports or accounts. And for us, I think we are transparent enough. You understand? We even give the senior officers the opportunity to have access to these annual reports, financial reports, and so we don't have that problem. And since we started 3 years, I think financially, I think we've been very healthy.
In terms of financial reports, who are those who have access to it? Is it the board? Is it members? Is it who?
Like I said, the executives,
the
executive body,
okay,
and the senior officers of the club.
I see. How do these people contribute to the club?
You see, for the executive body, we have contributions, monthly contributions. But aside the monthly contributions, there are occasions that we organize some events. And so normally there is a quota that every executive is obliged to contribute to support that particular event. We also engage the officers, or the senior officers I should say. They also contribute to some of these events for us to be able to raise the fund for those events.
Okay. In December, I know there are going to be a lot of children, women on the street. In terms of safety, how well are we prepared? And then before that, do you have a first aid?
We have people, if I should say, like security. And normally when we turn out, you will see them in reflectors. And so they are in charge of the safety of our members, most importantly the younger ones, because they are our priority. And so I think for the past 3 years, we have not encountered any casualty. We have not even experienced the situation where we've turned out and at the end of the day, we are not able to find some of the members, as in the younger ones. And so I think in that aspect, I would say we've done very well. And so that is why the parents in our community have that trust in us, that they are always willing and ready to release their children for us, because they are of the view that nothing bad is going to happen to them. But as the numbers keep increasing, then it's also our responsibility as executive members of the board to beef up this security system.
Okay.
So that we don't encounter such incidents.
I've heard people from different quarters say that, well, masqueraders in Sekondi Takoradi is just about let's come, dance and go. Just come, dance and go. Do you think there can be some additions to what we do in order to make it more beautiful, better, more or less like if there is even going to be some level of economic gains, we can probably double it?
I think in the gain, as in the economic benefits, I think there's been some tremendous benefits over the years, because during the festive season, as in Christmas, most of the hotels in the metropolis are fully booked, and the drivers they are busy, as in the transportation business is good during the Christmas or the festive season. I think I disagree with the fact that people are saying that masquerading or anchors is all about merrymaking. It is not only about merrymaking. There are other aspects of the anchors movement. We have this program that we annually participate. It is being organized by the honorable member or the MP for Eskado Katan constituency, Honorable Jogate. It's dubbed Yawazoye Anchors Carnival. So every year he organizes, such a program, and there's a quiz competition for that particular program. And this is to, encourage the young ones to take their education seriously. Last year, Odoy3f3w Masqueraders Club, we were second for that particular quiz competition. aside that, there are other clubs. We, as a club, annually, I think half a year or quarterly, we organize cleanup exercises for our community. And this, I think, goes a long way to make sure that our communities are clean and disease-free. Aside that, there are other donations that we do. We visited the children's home. We donated, assorted drinks, some clothes to them. Even this year, we were supposed to organize a blood donation exercise in collaboration with one of the media houses in the metropolis. It's still pending. We are hopeful that we'll be able to execute it before the year comes to a close. So the economic benefits, I think, during the Christmas festive season, the various hotel, outlets in the metropolis are fully booked. Aside that, the drivers, they get their fair share of the benefits. So I believe there are other benefits aside the merrymaking.
I see. I was just trying to say, can't we move it beyond the dance, beyond whatever? Can there be art display, some level of music festival going on at this, like a whole lot of events? That's what I'm just trying to say.
I think the carnivals that are organized here are they present what you just mentioned. I think the Tardy, what's the name? Tardy Fest. Musicians are being paraded on a bigger platform, and they showcase, their talent and all that. So I believe that, currently we are doing our bit, but as you rightly mentioned, we can, do more, augment what we are currently doing to make sure that we get the necessary impact that we all envisage.
A quick message for your members and then prospective members.
I believe if anybody, as in the metropolis, in Ghana or afar, wherever in the world, if you want to, associate yourself with any club to have the anchors or the masquerading experience, look no other. Don't look anywhere. Choose Odoy3f3w, because this is where you are going to get the true masquerading experience. We have beautiful ladies. As our name goes, it's all about love. Yeah, it's all about love. We show love. We eat love. We drink love. Everything is about love. So if you want to be, showed love and be loved, this is the right place for you to be. So we entreat or we encourage everybody who wants to, have a feel of the Anchors experience to come to the Love Fraternity. We have an upcoming program. It's organized annually. It's dubbed the Duku Float. Our members are to put on scarf, as we locally, call it Duku. And this is because, for some time we've observed that gradually that tradition is fading out of our culture. Now the introduction of bonnets and ribbons and other stuffs are gradually fading out the duku, and so this is to kind of ignite that culture, to prompt our people that we shouldn't lose that aspect of our culture. So at coming 19th November, we are going to have the Duku floats. So we entreat everybody to come and have the Duku float experience.
Your contact and social media platforms.
You can contact us we have on all various social media platforms. We are on Facebook, Odoy3f3w Masqueraders. We are on Twitter, Odoy3f3w Masqueraders. We are on Instagram, Odoy3f3w Masqueraders. We are on all social media platforms. So if you want to get in touch with us, just on the bottom, just search for Odoy3f3w Masqueraders, and you will get us. I think Anchors is not only about merrymaking. There are other aspects to the Anchors movement. We attended, I think for the past 3 years, we've attended a quiz competition. You understand? We've attended a quiz competition organized by the Honorable Member for Escado constituency, Honorable Joe Gatti. And these are to, impact on the younger ones positively in terms of education. You understand? So it is not only about merrymaking. For us as a club, annually we organize cleanup exercises. And this is to make sure that our community is clean.